Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have the singer Sam. Sam is from England in the UK. So let's see what Sam has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Yes.
Yes, there we
Yes.
go. There we
Yes.
go.
We're connected now. How are you, Sam?
I'm all right, thank you, mate. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today on Sunday for the interview. Thank you.
No, thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure.
So, how's your day been so far?
It's been all right. I have actually just recovered from food poisoning yesterday.
Oh.
I had a bit of a, I had a bit of a mare yesterday. I was at work and everything. I was like feeling a bit dodgy and everything, and then it's been a hectic 24 hours. I'll tell you that.
But you're okay for the interview? You're okay for the interview right now?
Oh yeah, 100%. I've got a nice cup of tea. I'm all sorted. I'm ready.
Amazing.
Here we go.
Sam, so tell me where you're from.
I'm from a town called Rotherham, near Sheffield, in the north of England. Some say it's the loveliest place on earth. Good old South Yorkshire, me, northern boy.
What's the best part of living there, in your opinion?
There's just so many things. Rotherham. What's the best part about living in Rotherham? I want to say the people. Everyone's quite friendly a lot of the time. It's not. The thing is with the way my mum always puts Rotherham in, like everywhere's got its nice places, everywhere's got its good places, and that's how we describe Rotherham and everything. But it's all right. People are really nice and stuff.
That's the place where you've been raised and you grew up? You were born?
Yeah. So I've literally lived there my entire life and everything. Was born there, raised there, and then obviously when you went to university and working and stuff, that's when I sort of flew the nest a little bit. But always been there, always go back home every year and stuff like that.
Amazing. So I know you are a singer, you're a musician. So tell me a little bit about your career.
So I started writing music when I was probably about 10. I've done it for ages. Like I remember when I was at primary school, I went to my mum. I was like, I want to play the guitar, so we got guitar lessons and stuff like that. So it's I've done it for as long as I can remember. I did a lot of performing when I was younger, and I actually went to university and I was meant to do acting. I trained as an actor for 3 years,
Wow.
and then like my music's always sort of been a side hobby, and then I worked abroad for a couple of years singing and stuff and doing shows and entertainment and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I always did my own songs, but then obviously the pandemic hit, so I just started writing a lot more in my room, and lucky enough I got to go out to Cyprus, luckily, and did a lot of performing over there. And I got back, and then my friend called Lauren Williams, who owns a theatre company called Wilson Theatre, they're a very good theatre company, and they were doing like online scratch nights where people got up and performed like bits of poetry that they'd been writing, or like a monologue that they'd written. And she went, do you want to come and sing for us? So, and this is on Zoom as well, and I went on it and I did a couple of my own songs, and then someone on there it was my friend called Matt Mortimer. He got in touch with my now manager, Adrian, and went, oh, he's good, have a listen to him. And I went to go meet Adrian in Brighton, and the rest is history, really. It's been releasing music now for the past year and a half, so
Amazing. Amazing. So music always been around your life. You always been connected with music.
Oh, 100%. Music's always been sort of my I've always sort of been known as the singer guitar guy, but at least I love music. I listen to it all the time, like all different genres. Like I remember when I was younger, I'd be listening to McFly. McFly, Room on the Third Floor was my first CD that I'd always be listening to in the car. And then me and my dad used to play music all the time. So when my dad comes to pick me up all the time, he'd be showing me. We'd have like a different genre of album that would be on the car, ranging from like Coldplay to Ben Howard to Nickelback. It was like a very sort of wide a wide genre of things that were going on.
Amazing, very good. All right, so through the game, I'm going to explore more a little bit about your career, about your music, and about yourself. Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Oh God, yes, bring it on.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. Full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, Sam, so before we start the game, through the journey, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay? All very friendly.
Amazing.
First question for you is, what is the worst advice have you ever given?
The worst advice I was ever given? Oh, that's a very good question. The worst advice I was ever given? I don't think I've ever received any bad advice. No, scratch that. It's when I've been on a night out and my friends have gone, drink this, you'll be fine. That's been the worst advice I've ever been given. That's probably as easy I can sort of think it. On a night out with my friends and they've gone, drink this, don't worry, you'll be fine. I wasn't fine. That's the worst advice I've been given.
And do you usually your best friends they live as well the same town as you?
Yes. I've got a nice group of friends who I love very much dearly. They we've been all friends together since probably about 13, and we have all stuck together for like God knows how long. We went to different schools. We met in like an amateur dramatic society, and yeah, like I have a different friend for each sort of like problem or something like and we're all like a bit mental, I guess.
I agree. I think we always have very best friends, but there's always something that you talk about with someone, they feel more comfortable about someone. There's always this kind of connection.
And there's always the one that if you need to forget about anything, you go right to them and they send all of them.
For sure. Next one, let's do it. Before the next question, I'll check your profile a little bit. And you've been working on a music called Cactus, yeah?
Yes, I
So
have.
Tell me a little bit about it. What was the inspiration and why Cactus?
It's actually a very funny story. I'm a bit of most of my music is very singer-songwriter based. It's like inspired by Ed Sheeran and stuff like that. However, the music I listen to is very much more like Arctic Monkeys, The Killers, like stuff like that and everything. And also the Beatles are a big influence. And I was listening to Come Together by the Beatles, and I was going, I really want to write a song like that. And I've just been bought an electric guitar for Christmas. So I don't really play electric guitar, so it's like a bit of it was a very nice sort of little Christmas present I got. And I started writing on it, and I was in the shower one morning. I was like, right, come on. And I was listening to a song called Kiwi by Harry Styles. I'm a big fan of Harry Styles, and I think I really like what he's doing. And I ended up just sort of going, oh, that's a cool name for a song. What could I do? And I started going, there's a riff in it, I go, do, do. And I literally, it sounded like a crazy person in the shower going, do, 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 like really, really weirdly. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I sort of got the chorus and bits and pieces together in my head. I was like, oh, what am I going to call it? Bear in mind, this is within 5 minutes in the shower, like, and on the windowsill, my mum has an array of things on the side, and one of them is a cactus on the windowsill. I went, oh, a cactus, that'll be a cool name for a song. And that's why it's called Cactus. The song has nothing to do with a cactus at all. It's just because my mum had a cactus on the windowsill in the bathroom, and I thought that'd be a cool name for a song. So yeah, that's Cactus. It's more of my just I wanted to write a song that I would listen to as well, like more of a rocky song. So it's more about the vibe of the song more than it is about what it's actually about, if that makes sense.
I see. I was looking at your video when you listened for the very first time, like when you were like in the car, and I was like,
Yeah.
your emotions, like listening to music. And also I saw you like with the cactus around, like holding the cactus in your car. I was like, that's so funny. You have the
no, yeah. The cactus is holding my phone up as we speak. So this is, can I turn that around? There he is.
Oh, that's the famous cactus.
There he is. The famous cactus. Because I thought that would be a really good promotional tool to buy a cactus for a song called Cactus. And I've done nothing with it at all. He's just sat on my
I think you should look after this cactus very well, because this cactus, you know what I mean, just make your meals just go around.
Well, this is the thing. I actually don't know how to look after them. I got told that I need to water it every week.
Not much.
I think
not too much water. I think cactus.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit. So basically, I just need to leave it by itself, and I'm quite good at doing that with stuff. So hopefully, it'll live forever. But
for sure, you always remember this cactus for sure. Next question for you is: where do you want to be in 10 years' time from now?
Oh, that's a very good question as well. Where do I want to be in 10 years' time? I think the dream is always you'd love to be sort of doing what like big artists are doing nowadays, and like playing stadiums and having like people singing back to you your songs. I think that's the dream for everyone. Like, you'd be lying if it wasn't. However, as long as I'm performing, as long as I'm singing still, and as long as I'm still making music and being able to write music and having this wonderful opportunity to actually sort of like get people to listen to my music, then I guess that's sort of where I want to be. I'd love to say that in 10 years' time I want to be like playing Wembley or something like that.
Wow.
But because aspirations, you know, there we go. I'd love to do that, but at the same time, I'd be very much happy with just being able to write music, and as long as a small majority of people are liking it, as long as one person's listening to my music, then that's one more than I ever thought would probably want to do it. So that makes sense. Yeah.
I can't wait to be in Wembley in 10 years' time, and I'll go like, you know what? He was on my show, we did my talk 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you're now clapping to him. Yes.
I mean, we'll see, won't we? We shall see.
I've got goosebumps here now talking about that. Next question. Okay, Sam from England. Next question for you is: if you could live anywhere in the world, where that would be and why?
Firstly, I really like this little music interlude in between each question. I really like it.
It's a Brazilian music of the 90s. I'll send the link. I'll send the link afterwards. You can listen to it.
Yeah, do it. Where would I want to live anywhere in the world? I think, I've always wanted to, I've always liked the idea of living in London or New York, like one of those big cities. Because they are very much the hub of like where everything is. So especially London. I'd love to live in London. But I live away from home a lot of the time. That's the thing. So I don't know. Like, I'd love to live at home, like to be around my friends and my family. That's a big one that I would love to sort of do. Because you do feel like you're missing out on a lot when you sort of are working away and everything. So you do sort of miss being at home. But also I'd say, this is going in the opposite direction. I'd love to live in Cyprus. So I worked in Cyprus in 2020. It was during the pandemic and the lockdown and everything. And lucky enough, I was able to go out, and yeah, Cyprus has just a bit of a special place. So I maybe Cyprus, I think, could be the main. But I'd love to go back and sort of, we'll see.
I had my first guest on the show from Cyprus 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow, yeah. I love
full of energy.
Cyprus it's a lovely place. It's beautiful as well. Because obviously you talk about Cyprus and people going about Ayia Napa and Paphos, but it's just so peaceful depending on where you're going and stuff, and it is very, very nice. And the people are lovely as well. It's just a really nice little atmosphere that they've got going down there. Yeah. I said sorry if I'm coughing a bit. My body's just sort of like giving up on me a little bit at the moment.
No problem. Just make sure you are well.
I will do.
Next one. Actually, today's Father's Day today. Saying about that, tell me a little bit about your connection with your dad. Did you always have the support of your family, being a singer since young age?
Massively, yeah, massively. My dad was actually my mum and my dad were the first people pushed me in that direction. Like, they saw it was something that I enjoyed doing at school, and then put me into doing amateur theatre and everything. They'd found things in the paper, or they'd look up on websites and stuff and push me forward. My dad's always been a really sort of a big fan of. There's been times where I've been practicing monologues in front of him, and he'd get me gigs doing like our cricket club social sort of things and stuff like that. And he influenced a lot of the music that I listened to as well. There's a time that there's a nice little memory I have of me and my dad where it was it's only a couple of years ago, but he ended up getting his record player out, and we ended up going through all the Beatles albums he had and stuff like that. So but my family have always been very, very supportive of me. My mum is always like my biggest fan and biggest critic at the same time. My nan used to sing in a choir, and she's always been sort of very supportive of me singing as well. And I've got two very supportive step parents as well. Rob and Sarah, they're absolutely incredible and very sort of supportive of my music. They'll always give me this is the thing with my family, they'll always give me their honest opinion, which I love. My brother makes me laugh the most with it because he's brutal sometimes and everything, but they're all very, very supportive. And I think especially with my mum and my dad, they've always sort of been like, if you're happy doing what you're doing and you can say that you're going in a direction that you can sort of keep yourself financially stable at the same time as being happy, then that's all we want. That's all we worry about. That's all we care about and everything, because they want me to be happy and to sort of live a life without problems, I guess. You know, parents, they worry a lot, don't they, and everything.
Yeah, they're always gonna see us as the young child. They're always gonna see us, protecting us, want us the best.
Yeah. They'll always look at us as the little ones and stuff. But no, they're always very, very supportive and everything. And I owe a lot to my mum, my dad, my stepdad, my stepmom, my brother and sister, and my nan. They're all very sort of supportive of what I do, and always have been, and have always come to watch me in shows, come to see me sing, come to see me perform. So yeah, I love them very much, and yeah, I couldn't do it without them.
Amazing. As today's the Father's Day today, what's the biggest similarity between you and your father, and what's the biggest difference?
Oh, that's a good question. Biggest similarity between me and my dad. I say me and my dad have very similar music tastes. Mm-hmm. We have very similar music tastes in the sense of we like very much old school kind of stuff and everything. That we've sat and talked about, like within my music and like influences of people. That's probably the biggest similarity we have between us. Is music, because when we get going, we don't really stop. Biggest difference, the line of work really, because he's my dad's an IT guy. He has his own company and everything. He's always sort of had his own business, and he's very much a computer head, like cybersecurity. He's very, very, very intelligent, my dad. Whereas I'm an idiot. So there's that. Like I'm a performer, I'm a singer, I'm an entertainer, I'm a dancer. So it's like polar opposites of the spectrum, really, and everything. But yeah.
Very good. Next question for you is, what 3 things are you most grateful for?
Three things I'm most grateful for. These are hard-hitting questions, aren't they? 3 things I'm most grateful for. The thing is, it's a question of whether you want to sort of go down the sentimental route and actually, or you want to sort of be very honest and sort of about what you're very grateful for. Because part of me wants to say chili heatwave Doritos, but at the same time, like, you've got to sort of say I'm grateful for your family and stuff like that at the same time. No, I'm very grateful for. I think I'm great. 3 things I'm grateful for. I'm very grateful for. I'm going to cheat here. To have a very supportive group of family and friends, who will always be there no matter what. Second thing I'm grateful for is to be able to do the job that I'm doing. I think as well, since the pandemic, it's less people have been able to perform at the moment, so I'm very lucky to have been given the opportunity to do the job I do at the moment, but also at the same time have gotten the opportunity to release music as well, because that was always a pipe dream for me. And thirdly, I am most grateful for
the cactus. The cactus.
A cactus, yeah. I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for my cactus. Yeah, that's it. There we go. That's it. That's the one. That sounds weird, doesn't it? You can't say that. Like, that sounds odd. I'm very grateful for my cactus. Yeah, we'll go with that. Friends and family, job and stuff, cactus. There we go. That's what we're grateful for.
Amazing. Next one. Okay, Sam from England. Next question for you is, what is the most difficult thing have you ever done?
Oh, the most difficult thing I've ever done? My GCSE exams. My exams when I was doing tests and stuff at school. That was the most difficult thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Wow.
I hated exams with a passion. I hated like revising. Like, if you ask my mum and dad, my dad's toes still curl from the thought of me when I was revising for exams and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd say that because that was very difficult. I remember that was the most stressed I've ever been. Definitely, I'd say that with like A levels and stuff. Like, I remember someone saying, GCSEs are all right. The A levels are the hardest thing that you'll ever do before you do your degree, and they were not wrong, because I remember it wasn't a fun time to be alive. That's for sure. I'd say that in terms of difficulty, but I don't know. I think everything has its own difficulty in a way, doesn't it? Really, more than anything. I think. No, yeah, I'm gonna stick with exams. I'm sticking with exams. There we go. That's the final question.
Absolutely. I mean, that was the first thing that came to your mind. That's what matters. You know what I mean?
There we go. That was it. That's it. I'm still scarred.
Next one. Before the next one, growing up, who was your big inspiration for music? And saying that, when was the moment that you thought, okay, I was born to be a singer. I was born to be involved with music. If there was a moment, remember.
Ooh. Biggest inspiration for music when I was younger. Don't know. When I was younger, I would have said my biggest inspiration was I listened to a lot of The Script and Ed Sheeran. They were my two who I was like obsessed. So a lot of my songwriting when I was younger was very depressing, more than anything. Like, it was either to do with love or just like heartbreak. That was it. They were my two subjects. So I'd say they were big influences for me doing music and everything. I don't think there was actually a specific moment. I don't think there still is, to be honest. Whether you say I'm meant to be a singer or meant to be doing music, I don't think there's ever been a sort of moment for me where I've gone, no, this is definitely what I was born to do. I think it's been more of a thing of going, I've always enjoyed doing it, and I'm just very lucky to be able to do what I enjoy for a job. And saying that though, like I remember there was a bit where in school, I was probably about 12 years old. I remember that it was 2008 as well. That was the year, because it was they were doing a Children in Need concert. It's a talent show, and I went up on stage. It was a big deal as well in my school, I remember it. And they packed hall and everything with this big talent show. And I did my first song that I ever wrote. It's an awful song. Like, it was like the most basic song I've ever written. Like full on cheese as well. And it was gotta go, like, it was like, make today your day, look on the bright side. And it was awful. It was a bad song. It was two chords.
That was sweet.
It was two chords. It was two chords as well. And I did this thing, and everyone loved it, and everyone was going crazy for it. And I came second in the show. I went to school the next day, and everyone was still going on about it. And I guess that could have been a moment where I sort of like, okay, I'm not too bad at this, I guess. Why not stick at it?
That was the most personal question that you ever written about, like your feelings about your any broken heart, or not? Which one was the most personal song that you wrote it?
Most personal song I wrote. There's a couple actually. There's my debut single, For You. That was a very personal one, because that was very much sort of like, it depends what I'm writing. I'd say that one was a very personal one for me. Why it did what it meant a lot for it to have done what it did and stuff like that, and people sort of liked it. But I'd say that was probably my most vulnerable one. There has been songs though where it's always been my love songs, which have been the more personal ones though. So the two singles, For You and Someone We Don't Know, they're quite personal. There's also one that's coming out later this year, hopefully, fingers crossed, called Tiptoe, which is quite a personal one as well. So I'd say, yeah, but I'd definitely say For You. For You is definitely the most personal, because I think that was hard to write, that one and stuff like that, and to get the right wording for it. There's also it depends which one. It's such a weird, hard question to answer, because they're all personal, but they're all personal in like different ways. Apart from Cactus, because Cactus is about nothing but like a cactus. But yeah, I'd say it's weird, because when you're writing songs, it's different for different things. Like some songs can sort of be personal to you in a certain way. So the song that I have called Summer Afternoon, which is about an afternoon that I had at university with all of my friends towards the end of uni, and that's just literally, that's like the genuine thing, that like the lyrics are literally just what happened that night. So that's a personal one in that sense. But then you have songs that I wrote one called Hold On, and that was a very personal one. Like that was very much difficult to write. That was me trying to sort of like get out my words, and I couldn't do it, so I wrote a song, and that was my conversation more than anything. So it depends really. But yeah.
I had a guest. I had a singer from LA on the show, and we were talking about bright songs and love. And he said, William, when you have a broken heart, it's the best time to write a song, because your heart's broken. You know, all the emotions are there. That's the right time when you go like, okay, let's put this in letters, in words, because it can be big hits. You know, as you know, so many artists they have so many big hits like related to their broken heart or personal, stories or life. Anyway.
It's really annoying being happy at the moment, because you've got no material whatsoever to write songs. So
That's broken hearts for our life to write songs.
it's really nice having a girlfriend and everything and being in a really lovely relationship. But at the same time, she's draining me of all my material at the moment. So no, she's amazing.
Yeah, you fixed very the end.
Yeah, I'll fix that in.
Okay, I love this question. Send away a message to someone, but you don't need to tell who this message is for.
All right. The eagle has landed.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Short and sweet. I love that.
The person who understands that will know it. There we
Amazing.
go. Watch it.
I love it. 3 questions left for you, Sam. Let's do it. Next question for you is, how do you describe a perfect friendship?
Laughs. Being laughing and being yourself around each other, without no judgment. A friendship is someone who is there no matter what, no matter what you've done, they'll have your back no matter what, and that they can tell you to your face if you are wrong as well. So they can give you a bit of a slap, but at the same time give you a pat on the back and say everything's going to be okay. And also, a perfect friendship is very much, if you do something good or do something that you're proud of, they need to be the first people to make fun of you for it. They need to laugh. Your friends need to laugh at you constantly, no matter what. Yeah.
Friendship, when the connection is there, that's it. It's like a relationship. You don't go around going like, okay, you're gonna be my best friend. It doesn't work like that. You know, when they get there, when the you know what I mean, the vibe or the connection is there, that's it. There's no way. And as you said, they're gonna push you, but at the same time, they're gonna come and pull you back. You know what I mean? They're gonna push.
My friends make fun of me constantly. That is literally the entirety of our relationship, is them taking the mick out of me. So that is perfect friendship. Them having they know how to just take the mick out of you all the time.
And you get so upset, but at the same time you love it. At the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Just can't wait to pay them back. Like, okay, I'll get it.
Yeah.
2 questions left. Let's do it. But before the next question, let's say that which one was, when you look back, you look in our career, which one was the biggest or the best gig you ever had? Said, okay, that one was something that we always remember because of any reason, because of the attention of the public, or because of your emotions, or anything.
Best gig that I've ever done.
Something that you know what I mean, for some reason was special for you, or something. It doesn't need to be like wow, but something that for you was very.
I think I did something last year, which was quite special. I'd done so I've been working abroad as an entertainer, as I said, and like I do cabarets and stuff like that. So I really want to get doing my first sort of like live show of me just doing my music at some point. So I think when I do that, that will be it, because it'll be the first time. Because I do my own music in my sets and stuff like that, but I've never done it but I have to I've never done my set. So I want to do my music at some point. I think the one that I can remember the most though is I did a gig last year for a charity in Sheffield, and it was like a musical theatre thing where they got like all these people to come and do it, and it was in there's a shopping centre in Sheffield called Meadowhall, and it was in the car park of that, and it was a packed car park full of cars, and I was on this risen bit of stage, like they do in like gigs and stuff, and that was the first time I was on a screen as well, on the big screens, so that was pretty cool, because that's never happened before, so that was quite cool. I really liked that.
Amazing. Next question for you is, if you could have been in a moment or event in history, which one that would be and why?
An event, the 1966 World Cup win.
Oh,
Yeah. That would have been. Oh, yeah. England winning the World Cup. That's where I'd be.
Wow.
I think that'd be cool. That'd just be a bit mental. That.
It's funny you saying that. I'm originally from Brazil, and I remember when I started realizing about football. Of course, Brazil, we always grow up with these football things. It's something so common.
Yeah.
But I remember the very first cup that we won. That I was was 1994. That's when I realized. And I remember I was with my dad, like the celebration in the streets and everything. And I was like, oh my god, that's something big that is happening. I knew it was something with football, but I didn't have too much knowledge to understand it. And that was 1994. It was when I realized that World Cup was like, wow.
Yeah, we haven't had that in my lifetime yet. We had it was last year. Was the closest we got.
It was close. Oh my god,
I've never been more disappointed in my life. I went to funny story. I actually got my new job last year, and I went to go and play the. I moved down there to where I was going to be working and stuff, and I moved there on the Saturday. And I was starting work on the Monday, and the Sunday was the Euro final. And I said to it was England v Italy, and I said to the boss, I went, look, we need to level some like things right here. I know I start at 9 o'clock on Monday. However, it is rehearsals, and also I've waited for this moment for like 25 years at the time. So I was like, going, if we win, I'm not going to be okay, and I just want you to be aware of that. But like, we need. Luckily, he was quite sound about it. He was like, "No, very much so. I completely understand." And I was like, "Okay, at least we're on an understanding. That's fine. All right, there we go."
So, anyway, in the end, you're not okay anyway. In the end, you're not okay anyway.
I wasn't. I was emotionally scarred. So there we go. But yeah, that's the place I'd rather be in history. 1966 World Cup. Or Live Aid.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes.
That would have been cool. There's lots of places, like lots of things that you could sort of wish you could sort of be there for.
Absolutely.
I'd love to have seen the Beatles live. That's a big thing.
Ooh, that would be something like unforgettable.
Yeah, I remember.
Sorry. Yep.
No, I just said yeah. I was just saying yeah. No, always go around.
I was saying that I remember I was in Rio de Janeiro. I think 2007 when the Rolling Stones they did a gig on the beach with like 1 million people on the beach in Rio de Janeiro. Oh my god, I'll never forget. I remember seeing like Mick Jagger like this size, like on the side. I was like, my goodness, it was like a moment.
Rolling Stones must have been amazing live.
Oh my god,
it must have been incredible. I think there's lots of things I would love. I remember there was a concert that they did for when Freddie Mercury died, if I remember rightly, and it was Queen with like the biggest names in music.
Wow!
So I think that would have been insane to watch.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I'm sticking with the 1966 World Cup. That's the one. If I could see that.
Let's hope to get to the final again sometime next World Cup. Let's see.
I mean, I'll cross my heart.
Ready for the last one?
Go on then, give it me.
Before the last question, some people watching the interview, would you like to start a career as a singer or to, you know what I mean, as a musician? What would be your best piece of advice for those people?
Just do it. That's my best piece of advice that I've always sort of said. I've heard a lot of people give like specific advice, but I think for me it's literally just going, if you enjoy it and you want to do it, then do it. Like whether that be just start writing, I guess, like pick up an instrument. even if you don't have an instrument, find some beats or instrumentals on the internet and just write, just have a go and just do it, because what's the worst that can happen, really? I think even if you're just doing it for yourself, just do it. I've spoken to people who sort of write music before and they haven't released anything. I just go, if show me, and I want to try and end up being the person who I wish that I had around. Because I think the music industry and the music business can be very competitive and lonely place sometimes. And I think all it does take every now and again is someone just to give you that opportunity. And I think if someone said to me, I've got a demo, could you send that over to someone? I go, yeah, of course I can, there you go. And like actually sort of follow through on certain bits and pieces. The best advice that I can give people is just do it. Like ask the question you want to ask. Send the demo to who you want to send it to. Like just what's the worst that's going to happen, really? Like just do it.
Take the first step. You never know.
Yeah. Take the first leap. There we go.
Last question for you is, Sam. If you could meet yourself when you were 15 years old again, what advice would you give to yourself?
When I was 15, what advice would I give myself? I'd say, boy, get a grip. Everything's gonna be okay. Chill out. Get your head down. Do your work. Enjoy your time that you have at the moment, but do not worry about things that don't matter. Everything will work out the way it's meant to.
Amazing.
That's what I would say. I just say chill out and get a grip. You'll be okay.
Okay, Sam, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay, right.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game.
Money.
Nice.
Family.
Love.
One word for life.
Confusing.
Can be. One word for love.
One word for love. Family.
Okay. Sex.
Fun.
Politics.
Oh. Politics. I'd say snaky.
Religion.
Fair.
Okay. Fear.
Opportunity.
I like that. Friendship.
Forever.
Desire.
Oh, that's an hard one, that. Eventually.
Okay. Regrets.
None.
Success.
Happiness.
Wish.
Wish.
Yeah.
I was going to say upon a star.
Why not?
Yeah, go on. I'm saying that.
Happiness.
Goal.
Okay. Can you repeat again the name of your city or town?
Rotherham.
One word for Rotherham.
Home.
One word for England.
World Cup winners 2022.
I like your positivity. By push, I love it. One word for songwriter.
Emotional.
One word for singer.
Fun.
Okay. Music. One word.
Oh, I've got medicine. Yeah.
And the last one now. Cactus. Your single. One word.
Pre-order.
Oh, I love that. Let's pretend
Or
now.
whenever this comes out stream.
Yes, it's always there. It's gonna be always there for you to have it.
Yeah.
Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely girlfriend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, tell me the most beautiful thing about Sam, and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What should say?
Oh, I'm gonna tell her about this afterwards. She's gonna enjoy that. I don't know. I could give you a list of the things that I think she needs. I need to work on. She has a list of those probably.
The ones she's always pointing out. She always okay. My God, when are you gonna learn? When are you gonna improve? There's something that she always points out.
I think she'd want me to be a bit more clean sometimes. but my version of clean and her version of clean are different on the spectrum. On I don't know. I think she'd. I don't know. I think she'd say that. Yeah, that'd be it. She'd want me to sort of be a bit more clean. But what was the other part of the question?
The most beautiful thing about you.
I don't know what she'd say about that actually. I think she'd say, I don't know. I actually don't know what she'd say about that. She'd probably she'd probably roll her eyes and start laughing. That's what she'd probably do. No, I think if she's saying the most beautiful thing about me, I'd say, from her point of view, I think she'd say, I care a lot. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, I think she'd want me to be less messy. So there we go. That's
good.
That's what she'd say.
I can't wait for you to tell her to watch the interview. She's gonna go like, "You're so wrong," or maybe "You're so right."
I'll message you later and tell you what she actually sort of said, because that'll be the conversation later.
Let's play now, Sam, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Sam, you can ask me a question now.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about doing this show?
Good question. Good question. My favorite thing is just the fact that I can connect with a lot of people around the globe and to listen to their stories, to see them, their eyes shining when they talk about their joys in life, about their, things that they love doing. It's like for you, talk about your music, about your adventures. I think for me, it just gives a lot of energy. And also when they talk about their challenges, about their mistakes, or maybe about their regrets, something that they're not very proud of, it's kind of, I feel like they are free themselves talking about that and sharing their stories. So I think the most thing for me that I enjoy the most about the Magic Box is just the fact that I can connect with a lot of people around the globe, and also let my guests as well connect with other people around the globe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have so many messages from people that they watch the interview, they go like, my God, William, I went through the same situation as this person in the past. I share the same point of views. I connect with these people. saying that, I had a photographer on the show last year from from Connecticut in the US. And I had an interview with a model from New York, and they connected because of the Magic Box. They did a work together. Can you imagine how amazing? They met
amazing.
each other. They did. And they contacted me saying that, I was like, oh my, I did my job. I already did my job. Just the fact that, so yeah, the most enjoyable thing about the Magic Box, it's also to let my guests to be themselves, you know what I mean, and just express the way they are. So that's what warms my heart, makes me like my energy. I could do like 4 hours no stop. Just the fact I can connect with so many people around the globe and see how people are so interesting. And that's the most joy of the Magic Box for me.
Amazing. I have one more question for you. If you had, this is a random one, just to sort of end it on a random note. If you could have 3 dinner guests, dead or alive, at your dinner table, who would they be?
Okay, first of all, we are, I'm in England, let's take Prince William. I would put in the same table Prince William with me. I just admire him. I think he's literally doing very well. You know what I mean? Following her mom's legacy. At the same time as well, when I see him with towards his family, he's doing so well. I think he doesn't want to repeat what happened to his parents. I think it's just beautiful to see him, you know what I mean, embracing his family, and I just love it. By the way, we were born the same year, me and Prince William. We were born the same year. Yeah. He's older. He's in June, I'm November. The other person I would put Barack Obama. I'm so fascinated about him. I think he left his legacy in the world, you know what I mean? I think he's such I'll be with him just talking about the legacy he left in the world, and how wisdom, to get his wisdom from him. And to be honest, in the last one, I would put someone very controversial just to see the conversation we'd have in this table. I would put Donald Trump. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Just to see the clash between Donald and also Barack Obama, at the same time Prince William, like just 4 of us talking, just Prince William to put his British accent a little bit in the conversation.
It'd be your entertainment for the evening, that'll be sure, wouldn't it?
I'd love just to see, my God, the madness from one side, the wisdom from other side, and also this Prince William, that's someone that I just admire seeing him, you know what I mean? And I'll put those 3 people with me in this dinner table, and I'll call you later on to see how was the dinner, okay? Amazing. Sam, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you. This is the first thing I've ever sort of done that's been quite like this. So thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks so much for taking the time. I know you are sick. My God, visibly, I can see how sick.
It's all right. Sorry about coughing a little bit off later and stuff.
Not a problem. Thanks so much for being kind and to accept my invitation as well. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or something that you live by.
Always laugh at yourself, I think, is something that I've always gone by. And also treat people how you would like to be treated. That's sort of a little by. They're my 2 little things. Always laugh at yourself and treat people like you're treated.
Amazing. Very good. Very simple. Get well first. Get well. Okay, get yourself.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much for the interview. And keep in touch. Good luck with Cactus. Good luck with your new single, okay?
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.